just noting that this has been expected over the past couple months that they were going to push the belt over to Hangman Adam Page back at Full Gear over his injury scuffle and how much they were trying to force the push because Kenny Omega fails as a heel. So this is over the extent that I was kind of forwarding Hangman Adam Page to be pushed for the world title. Even though I thought it'd be better off over a Christian Cage, but he's a person he's a person that people would know. And it's not, and people always like defile it, like, oh, you're an established name, giving reverence and relevance to a belt. That's a bad thing. It can't go on the original roster. TNA did it. WWE obviously did it. WCW did it. Ring of Honor has done it. Like fucking, Jerry Lynn was Ring of Honor champion over Jay Briscoe. Like, there's nothing wrong with giving an established title to try to push more of a draw over your company. They did the same thing with Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley because people know him over from WWE, and now you're pushing it over to your two AEW jobbers. And Hangman Adam Page is gonna be a dull babyface champion. He's gonna be, I'm gonna be a fighting champion. He's possibly gonna say the S word on TV, and he's coming around with these bland promos where he doesn't even think over his own material of his already uninspiring gimmick of looking like a substitute teacher while having no charisma and having a rip-off James Storm gimmick while doing high-flying jobber shit. There's nothing exponentially grand opening about Hangman Adam Page. Other than the people shouting over cowboy shit, nobody's trying to look like Adam Page. No one's trying to behave like Adam Page. You don't see any of those jobbers wearing Adam Page merch. You have the same weirdo AEW fan base. They don't come with Adam Page signs. They don't come with Dark Order signs. They don't come over supporting the favorite wrestler or favorite show. They come over saying that Final Fantasy 4 is better than Final Fantasy 7. Like, bro, what is this? And you want me to come over here just trying to graduate over a guy with no charisma? And we keep trying to, like, exaggerate the term, like, a guy with charisma, like a guy that we want to see, or a guy that we want to hear. That's how to exponentiate charisma, like a guy that you want to follow whenever he's in your presence. That's a guy that is a charismatic figure. And sure, there's plenty of talented guys over there have no charisma, and they're still for wide support majority of the EW roster. But if we're just looking over the standby of things, Adam Page comes over for Ring of Honor. Majority Jay Lethal came over Ring of Honor and he takes it like a superstar. And then he's gonna get pushed over to the mid card again. He just had a main event match with Sammy Guevara and a title match and just his debut over live TV from just showing up on a pay-per-view just a few nights ago. AEW keeps telling us that they're doing it better. They're not doing anything that's really pushing over the envelope whenever you have a free agent and you don't have the long-term ready scoped out for him. You guys don't have a complete writing staff. You guys have veterans that don't do shit except try to dick suck most of the product. That they don't even have much to advise the owner of how to creatively make a show that can actually draw consistently. You know you guys are going to TBS, right? And now you're pushing over Adam Page. What has he done for the company? Over guys like Chris Jericho that at least got a catchphrase over from a different company, got his own merchandising off his own catchphrase, still a mainstream relevant figure, even for negative reasons, obviously with the COVID controversy, and called a pregnant woman after NBA basketball, but at least he's a guy that you can name out the hat. You could have dropped the belt to Matt Hardy, Christian Cage, Brian Cage, at least guys that look like they could be a legit champion, or a notable figure that can still go to try to get some of the AEW guys over. Hell, I wouldn't even mind if you still push it over to Jon Moxley. I wish they did a better way of dealing with his personal demons and not try to like over angst it on TV, trying to feel like, oh, see guys, we're not like WWE, even though healthcare comes off the pocket. We have our own ruling to make sure our own wrestlers try to put themselves over in that situation because they have to know there has to be a disciplinary system. Not everything's gonna be in a guarantee like WWE, and if you do that, you're gone. And just knowing, like, I'm supposed to care. I'm already in the least amount of interest that I am possible for pro wrestling already as a whole. That's why I've been doing very little reviews lately. That's why I haven't been doing that many sucks video, and I've been mainly primarily streaming. I'm not gonna make this the regular. I'll do it when I feel like it. Fuck it. I might even do Thursday Night Football because of this lack of an interest. Survivor Series is this Sunday. I am so glad I'm working during when it airs. I know there's certain people like YTC. I think certain people from uh some people from the YWC are going to watch it that I know of. Even a personal friend of mine is going to watch it. Am I going to watch it? Possibly the highlights. I'm not conflicted enough to care whatever happens in Survivor Series because not really most of this is going to be canon because it's just a rip off bragging rights. And for Adam Page, you just got to kick rocks or something, bro. Like you're dull. You do indie moves while you're a certified brawler. Nobody knows your character, even though you don't behave like a cowboy. You look like a you just look like a background character that gets randomly killed off in a Hangover movie. You have you have nothing to set yourself over the rest. At least James Storm, with his character, I could at least tell, like, what's his character? Like he's a Southern dude, likes the South, does old school maneuvers, likes getting drunk. Like he behaves like any other redneck cowboy character, and he was over with the fans, even though he's just a glorified mid carder. But at least you had that central reason character, and you had that support for a long term. Adam Page, fans just do the bare minimal to even get a character over, and they don't do it because all they do is shout cowboy shit. He has to carry over, and that's his character while doing a bullshit, overly athletic move that no fan is willing to put themselves under to even mimic. There's nothing mimical about Adam Page, and that sounds harsh. I hope he figures that out. I really hope he does, because there's nothing to mimic when there's Adam Page or a majority of the roster, because most of them are either fat, look weird, get over by a theme song, or don't have that much TV time to begin with. So my time has already been wasted. I hope Adam Page does something. I mean, if they had a legit writing squad and people actually, and there's, or at least the veterans try to be like, you gotta sell people off your personality. You don't sell them off just that you're a great wrestler and you're over by the hardcore. You gotta make sure that newer fans get to love you, and they don't get that. Adam Page is obviously not gonna get that because he's already with the strap and he's gonna try to take himself way too seriously. I already hear bullshit about Cody Rhodes deleting over his Twitter, even though he's a grown ass man complaining about harassment. Get off that shit. You have a kid now. You have a wife, and you partially own a wrestling federation. What are you about deleting your own damn Twitter? You're an awful example for pro wrestlers today, Cody. And just knowing that, just knowing like to the bare extent of how to sell over your own product. What's really Adam Page gonna do? Changing the atmosphere of the show. Whoa. Is he gonna he's gonna feud over the Elite now? Danielson is now a heel for no apparent reason. This is the bare minimal gonna draw because Adam Page is not really an over the top character. He's drunk but he acts normal. He behaves cowboy yet he doesn't even behave southern. And there's not really much he's gonna say other than just a few cuss words to try to make himself feel overly edgy. You're just seeing a bunch of marks, and it's depressing to hear this. And just understanding the inconsistency of the writing staff, they're forcibly gonna turn him heel in some case, like they could have done Cody Rhodes. I've been hearing this a lot lately. And even if they do turn heel, AEW has this fixation of because they changed their persona means they're overly gonna get over. Nobody's supposed to get heat. No one's supposed to get a pop. It's like Cody Rhodes' mentality of thinking that everything's neutral. You were raised by a father that learned the traditional ways and was in a part where kayfabe was still a semblance of realness, not how every fan already knows it's bullshit anyway, and knowing that you're a fruitcake that can't even handle a bit of social media tweets. I'm just stating over the facts. And can you stop selling your B show? You let the commercials do that. You let the commentary do that. You're having your own wrestlers that are coming over their primetime show and they're being like, oh, we'll face you on Rampage next week in a tag team match. Like, dude, what? Okay, where's the story going to persuade from there? You just got an hour and just 1 hour of TV for nothing. And it's already getting squashed over 500,000 viewers. If I can just look right here, man. What's really Rampage pushing over the envelope with? After Veterans Day, we're looking at 500,000 viewers, with the demo going below 20. You guys haven't even popped over 500,000 since October 29th. The only time, and guess what? This is when CM Punk came, August 20th. 1.1. You guys didn't even scratch a surface over 900,000. Awful. A decline of 84,000. What are you pushing over your B show for? Try to make your show more exciting. Stop trying to always sell it goddamn matches. You guys are a glorified super indie with a trust fund baby's TV money. That he can't even make a real TV show because he's partially owned of the Jaguars. And when you ever thought of having an exciting game involving the Jaguars or an MLS team? This is a joke. Adam Page is a joke. And Tony Khan is a professional joke in that sense. If you guys disagree or agree, please comment down in the comment section below. I want to hear how you guys feel about the current reign of Adam Page, or how you think it's going to go, because I know he just won it, but I know he's not going to do shit with the belt and possibly hold it for another 12 months until they drop it over to feel like there's some semblance of prestige, all because he beat the same guys that are not even in Hall of Fame level right now because they never had TV time in their life. Other than that, that's it coming from me. Thanks for watching.